I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Leonardo. I'm sorry, I had to. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Daily Reacts Gaming here, and welcome to the final review of the Ninja Turtles Marathon, where today we're ending off this marathon with this animated movie that released in 2019 that is an epic masterpiece that I love the movie. I read the comic so many times, and that is Batman vs. the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, released in 2019. This film is my favorite. So Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles follows the Turtles and, of course, Batman, where they have to fight the Foot Clan and Ra's al Ghul from stopping them from mutating. I'm tired, I got off of work. From mutating other people, including the Foot Clan and the Assassins, I guess. I don't know. And the Turtles and Batman has to work together while also dealing with all the scenario where Batman has to learn to trust these four teenagers, and also realize to have more fun. Now, a lot of you guys don't know, I love the comic. I love this thing. Like, I read this, I don't know, 5 times. I actually reread it just for this review, and one of the coolest things about this comic, hang on, I'm trying to find the page. Wait. There it is. There it is. Isn't that cool? You guys can't tell me that's not fucking cool. So obviously I've read this so many times, especially because I got it for my 17th birthday and read it for the first time. I couldn't stop reading it. Like, I read it so many times, like, I think I know everything. So when I watched the movie, when I had my broken leg, was the first time I watched it. Of course, I looked back at it. So when I rewatched the movie, I had to look back at the comic and reread it before watching the movie and doing this review. So obviously, coming into it, again, of course I was excited because this was one of my favorite animated Ninja Turtle movie and one of my favorite animated Batman movies, which I barely watch Batman movies nowadays since Batman Forever and The Batman, and of course Michael Keaton's Batman. So of course I was a little excited to come back into this movie because I remembered loving this movie, and I did a versus slide between Turtles Forever, Trans-Dimensional Turtles, which is the episode of 2012 Turtles, and Wanna Be Bob and Rocksteady, which is another episode with the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the 1987, and this. And I think this won in my versus slide. I made it back in my old school account, and it was actually one of my favorite versus slides, and it was my last one. So, of course, I had more to say about this and Trans-Dimensional Turtles than I had with the other two Turtle crossovers we had. And another cool thing about this movie is that it's not Ninja Turtles with Ninja Turtles. It's the Ninja Turtles with Batman. So that was a really interesting take, especially in this film. Now, the only problem I had with the film is that they didn't really digest Batman and Raph's relationship in this movie. One of the things I really like about the comic is that Batman and Raph had, like, beef in the comic, and Raph goes off, so Batman had to show him the crime alley where his parents was murdered, and tells him that it was my parents died when I was 8, and of course Raph has to learn to trust Batman. In this movie, you really don't get it, but it's still cool either way. Another cool thing I like to say about this movie is that it's not like a dimensional travel. One of my pet peeves about Turtles Forever is that it's like a dimensional hop movie, and I like dimensional hop. Like, Trans-Dimensional Turtles, my favorite Ninja Turtles episode from the 2012 show, it has that, but they don't do it all the time. They do it rarely until the near end of the episode. That was the cool part. In this movie, they didn't do that because it's just the Turtles driving to Gotham. That's just the coolest part about the movie, and they didn't really go in like, oh yeah, we're gonna go, we accidentally get teleported to Gotham, and now we ran into Batman. The coolest thing about the film, by far, before we get to the characters, is that Nickelodeon and Warner Brothers came together to work on this film, which is really cool. And it's really, like, I think it was the best take they've ever done in so long. Like, I don't know what it is. It just made me happy in general. Now, let's get all the knick-knapping. Since we got all the knick-knapping done, let's talk about the characters. Let's start with the turtle. Like, with Batman and the Ninja Turtles, like, it's cool. Like, you gotta see it. And I really like that these characters have, like, similarities with other characters. Donatello with Batgirl. They're both the genius of the group. Batman and Leonardo. They're both the leader of the group. Raphael and Damien. They're both the angry one in the group. And Michelangelo with Alfred. I don't know why, but it works. It really works. Another cool thing about the film is, of course, the Ninja Turtles versus Batman. They have an epic battle scene, and I'll play the clip. Now, that scene in general was so epic that I couldn't even stop watching. I was, like, reading the comic saying, what? They copy so much from the book. Like, it was so cool. Like, especially the part where Mikey's like, everyone, wait, there's a crazy guy in a bat suit trying to kill us. I got that. There's so many Easter eggs in this movie that you couldn't even see it throughout the entirety of the film. Like, it was that well, like, they really, in this movie, I did not really expect that. Like, there's a scene in this movie where the Turtles are eating pizza in the Batcave, and Alfred said, would you guys like some napkins? And they said, what for? A good reference to Ninja Turtles 2. There's a lot of other reference that I didn't catch after rewatching the movie again as a 20-year-old, but I could really say it was really entertaining and really well done. And we gotta talk about the violence in this movie. Now, normally Ninja Turtles, like, they're PG-13 in live action. Animated movies is like PG. This movie's PG-13, and they go far in this movie. I'm not even kidding. They went very far that I did not expect that. Okay. I mean, hey, they go far, and that's all that matters. Hand being chopped off, and they use the hand to get to the Joker. And the weirdest thing about this movie is the mutants. Now, in the comics, of course, I don't know why I keep talking about the comic, but in the comic, is that getting annoying? You let me know in the comic, and let me know in the comments. In the comic, the mutants in this story is, like, cool. So I look back at the comic, and then I look at the movie, and they change stuff. Like, Bane is not a bobcat. He was an elephant in the comic. Joker is a snake, and in this, he's a snake mixed with a monkey. I'm not making this shit up. Harley is, of course, a hyena, so it kind of makes sense for most of them, but the one that made me laugh, but it was so fucking stupid, but I just was like, I couldn't stop laughing at it, was Poison Ivy. I'm sorry if this pisses you guys off, but Poison Ivy in this movie got treated dirty. They literally had her stranded right there while Mikey, Raph, and Robin were like, she can't reach him because she's a plant. I don't know what it is, but that just made me laugh. Batman in this movie is very interesting. I like how much of the take they took of him, because Tony Baker had to play both Batman and the Joker in this movie. So it's kind of interesting, and Tony Baker had played Batman. He was Batman in Batman the Telltale series, so understandable, right? In this movie, he really did a good job where he sounds like Kevin Conroy. I'm not even shitting you. Like, he did a really good job with that. And he did a really fine job. The coolest thing about the film is, of course, Shredder and Ra's al Ghul working together. They brought Baxter Stockman in this movie, and he wasn't in the comic. No. He was not. And yeah, he's making fly jokes. Fly jokes. Yeah. It's kind of weird going into this being like fly jokes. Really? Fly jokes. Because Baxter Stockman is a fly. Makes it understandable, you know? I gotta also talk about this scene. This scene was very interesting, and it was a good take of the film. So, let's play the scene right now.
I'm as well as I need to be. Batgirl and Robin are coming with me to Ace. The Turtles are going home.
What? Come on! We know your secret identity now! Our team-up has been cemented!
I gave you a chance, but you four are impulsive and you don't follow orders. I want you out of Gotham.
Father? Look, it pains me to say this, but the Turtles saved you in Arkham. They are valiant allies. Even the dumb one, Michelangelo.
Hey! Not cool!
If it wasn't for them, Joker would have never gotten close enough to inject me in the first place. This is not up for discussion.
Maybe he's right. Following Batman's lead took us to Arkham and distracted us from Shredder. We'd be better off on our own.
No, he ain't right! Look, Batman, I get it. The whole brooding loner thing, sitting up on rooftops mumbling about how you're the only one who can stand up to evil in your own city. That's my whole deal. I love that stuff, and I totally agree that my brothers are annoying. Unbearably so sometimes.
Where are you going with this?
That's why, when things get tough, I don't even bother with them. I go off on my own and I do things my way.
He does do that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Every single time, I just get into more trouble and my brothers have to bail me out.
It's true. Every time.
Sure, we make mistakes. Sure, we make the wrong moves, but we can't get better if you don't trust us. We're a family, and learning from your mistakes together is how a family works.
This isn't a family. It's a team.
Ain't that the same thing?
You're right. Let's stop Roz and Shredder. Together.
Now, that scene in general was just a lot of fun. I had a great time watching that scene, and Raph really has a point where Batman was, like, at first, like, he wasn't, like, ready. He didn't want to trust the Turtles anymore until Raph had that speech, and he's just like, you're right. Let's stop Ra's al Ghul and Shredder together. And, of course, it was just, like, the well done. The party wagon in this movie, very good. The action scenes in this movie, very highly, and it was one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Best part of this movie I've seen in any other film in a long time. And the best part about the film is Batman kicking Shredder's ass. Someone had to say it. It was very well done and very interesting. Other than that, I have nothing else to say about Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I say if you're a Batman fan, watch it. If you're a Ninja Turtles fan, watch it. If you're both, watch it. I still highly recommend this movie. Eric Bauer as Leonardo worked very well. The Turtles are, like I said, they're still the Turtles. Like I said with Batman and the Ninja Turtles relationship. This movie really rise up the game for Ninja Turtles fan. And that is why I'm giving Batman vs. the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a flat-out 10 out of 10. It deserves it. This movie is very good and very highly. And, like, as a fan of both brands and reading the comics so many times, I had a great time with this movie. Like, it's oh, man. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. I would love to know what you guys think of Batman vs. the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Make sure to smack the like button, also press the red button, which is subscribe, turn your notifications to be notified video make. Go on and link in the description to my gaming channel, my Discord server, and my Instagram. As always, I'm JLarryX. Booyakasha, as Mikey say from the 2012 show. Take care, guys.